clinic is situated in the one-room rental flat in Telok Blangah. So even before we open our doors, patients will be sometimes waiting at the doorsteps, waiting for the nurses to come, and then or they will come to us, bring food, prepare. Some patients will cook for us and then prepare food for us. Yeah, or they will have any complaints, they will just come in and come to the clinic and just complain, what the neighbor, what unhappy about the roommate and all. So it's like every day is a new event and new issues to settle, and sometimes we need to also mediate the relationship with the roommates. Yeah, and so that is really a very insightful lah, as a because we don't usually live in those rental flat areas, so it is really, for me, it's really an eye-opening. We see what are the people staying there, and then they are having problems in their daily life.
Basically, for myself, right, one of the most memorable events I ever have is to follow one of a caseworker to go to the one-room flat. Okay, so there's so much for me that when I go to the place, I see that it's full of the seniors just live on themselves, and then how our guys actually help them out. Yep. So from there, right, I think I have a different outlook of seniors in our society.
Memorable, some good memories accompanying the clinicians to go for home visits, and during the home visits, I feel like that was really the time that I saw patient-centered care. Like, I do research that, I got the theories of it, but during the home visits, I really saw how our clinicians, especially Yok Ling, how she was applying that concept in work, and that really affected how I do my work later on. And here I want to say that I really appreciate the things that I learned in Tsao.
我在新加坡来了已经27年，里面治疗的病人已经有的达到12000多个，但是其中有一个病人对我印象最深。他来的时候4岁，爸爸妈妈陪来的，不会讲话，不会走路，因为在小孩子几个月的时候，脑里发高烧，脑里面受到感染，脑膜炎，他的发育很不好。他来的时候，爸爸妈妈很着急，我们就想尽办法给他治疗，连续不间断。这个家庭的父母亲也很坚持每个星期1次到2次的针灸治疗。今年已经20岁了，他在新加坡的特殊学校里面读书，现在会讲话，会进行 computer， 还可以进行一般的工作。父母亲感觉到很满意。对我来说，我也感觉到我能够为新加坡的民众提供我们的中医的医疗服务，我也感到很荣幸。
Every time we remember is the Chinese New Year lunch. It's because Chinese New Year lunch is the elderly, they are at home, never go out. And only Chinese New Year, they have this, like have a chance to attend a dinner, attend for the lunch or this thing. So I think this need to keep it on. Thank you.
I was asked to help a lady who required some help to take out the stitches after an appendix problem. This lady was only 55 years old then. Well, it's a very simple procedure, but what we saw is she couldn't even go to the clinic, which is opposite her house, across the road, and because she was blind. So when I went to the house, what I saw was a bigger picture. It was a small one-room flat, but it houses 3 adult children, her daughter-in-law, she and her husband. I saw something more than sticking out the stitch. But because we went there at time, we were able to treat her. She regained her sight, full sight, able to walk. The husband also got her leg, the saw treated well. So this brings me awareness of case management. Okay?
Yeah, I wanted to share a very memorable experience I had with Tsao Foundation. So there was this auntie at the daycare center. Her name is actually Auntie Pochu. She's a very lively, very lovable elderly with dementia. So every morning when I go into work, I would say, "Morning, Auntie Pochu." I said that to her for 6 months. And actually after 6 months, I felt that she actually remembered me. So sometimes she would say things like, "我跟你拍过照片eh," which actually really did happen. Considering her level of dementia is actually a bit more to the severe side. So that was something that really touched my heart and something that I really remember.
I still remember that years ago, there's this family that I work with. You know, the older person, the husband, the man is actually in his early 50s, suffering from stroke, a massive one. Yeah, it was quite an exceptional case, you know, coming to us in such a young age. Yeah, and was cared for by his wife in her early 40s. Yeah, and the couple have a young son because the wife is actually, from Indonesia. And unfortunately, in the years that I work with the family, she has CA, she has cancer. She passed on, leaving the husband, which is now in a nursing home, and this young son, which is currently serving his NS. And I can see that we play so much in their life, you know. And Tsao actually sponsored this lady back to her hometown in Indonesia with the family and have a proper closure. I thought that was really very beautiful.
I don't know whether it's called an event or something, but I feel like it's the camaraderie within Tsao that we experience as a Tsauette. Everyone is like a family. It's a very, very big family, and we get to support and help one another. And I feel that it's this experience that makes whatever events that we go through very, very memorable and impactful.
As a team, we bonded very well. We had I enjoyed the lunch gatherings where people would bring their own food, and we had like simple dishes, but it was all very fond memories of our friendships. So that continued even though it has been so long since 2002 to 2023 this year. So some of us still continue to meet up every year, and this is the testament to the strong bonds that we have.
In Tsao, we actually have the opportunity to travel it's like a part of staff welfare. So it's really very fun, and I remember the time when we went to Taiwan for our 25th anniversary. So that was great, and now it's 30th anniversary already.
One thing that I remember till today is when I visited an older person who makes bird cages from scratch in Indus Road with Marianne, how she, as the CEO and founder of Tsao Foundation, just humbly stooped down to talk to this gentleman who was bent over to do the bird cage, and that really touched my heart because it's something that I have not seen as a head of the foundation doing such a thing. So I just felt that she was so humble, and there's no airs at all. So that's a lesson for me to learn.